your chairs how you normally have them?
No,
please.
They don't want to come down here.
Stuart, move up please. Bunch up a bit. Bunch up. I can't see you. Move up, I can't hear you. I've got blocked ears. I'm really...
Can you bring the chairs down, please?
Thank you.
Right.
Right, okay, so I'm assuming then that we are... John's got the form that we have to fill in, haven't we, John? Yeah?
We need to reach a decision from the parish council. The deadline was the 20th. The latest deadline was the 20th.
That we know of.
It's now apparently been extended to the 27th, but our decision has got to be made at a parish council meeting with whoever wishes to be in front of us. And so the only time really to do it
is
we
can't have another meeting next week.
No, this is moving too much in my life already. Okay, so the first section says at the top there, do we want to make no comment about it, or the second one is B, do we want to approve or disapprove of this for the following reasons. So what we've got to decide...
Where are you reading this?
On the other side of John's piece of paper.
I couldn't say you've got good eyes.
No, we never worry with that bit because we always have views on every...
And there's not enough space for our views.
No,
so I always cross off we have no views or comments.
Yeah.
Good.
And then we consider the application should be approved or refused. Now I don't know whether you guys want to talk it through again, or whether...
Do we want to go round the table?
Well, hold on, we don't... Do they want any more discussion?
Do you want any more discussion?
No. Because we've got to come to just a point where we...
Yeah, we make... Yes.
No, I don't think we do, because if we start discussing it, we're only going to go over the ground. I think it's been very thoroughly covered tonight by the people.
Well, I think it is.
And I think that gives us grounds to be able to make some decisions. Otherwise, there would be no point in having a meeting in the first place. Also, if we keep on going, we'd end up having to vote.
Totally agree. Obviously, a very good point's been made tonight. Very
yes,
good
well, they're the obvious ones that we knew about and we've said ourselves in lots of cases, haven't we?
So, should we approve or refuse, Mark? Do you think?
Well, I think that's for refuse, yeah, on several things that John's written down here.
Yep.
Yeah, but I want to know from each
person.
We need a vote on this.
Do you approve or not?
We refuse.
Refuse. Bernard, I know refuses.
Yes?
Refuse.
Refuse.
Okay.
Refuse.
Linda?
Yeah, refuse.
So that's unanimous.
That's all that's unanimous.
And picking out the essential things that have been discussed tonight.
John's got a lot of bullet
John's got some things there on his own.
I mean, I'm gonna tell them what's been arranged in the village in the last couple of weeks. You know, each meeting I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through the meetings we've had, and I can say the number of people who attended, and I can say what
the general
view was. I mean, I'm not going to go into it in enormous detail.
No, you can't do that.
If only that would be a paragraph.
You'll be writing for a week.
And then I will talk about the infrastructure, about the two road junctions, which was what we said 5 years ago.
Well,
5
yes, we
years
did.
ago was and it's got worse since then. I mean, I can talk about the size of the development being far too big compared with the
existing houses.
But it's a matter of whether we do talk a figure at all for how many houses.
I think you just ignore that.
Well, no. How many houses? What you're saying is there any? Are we saying that we don't want any houses at all, or are we saying that we don't want that particular size of development?
Quite a number of the replies to South Norfolk have produced the same figure of 450, but I don't know where it's come from.
Where did you get 450?
I just read the...
Yeah, well, I'm just saying,
I don't know.
Well,
it's half.
Have they halved it? You said half.
I don't know. But do we want to quote a figure at all? Or?
No, I tell you what, it's a bit like bidding. Say you sort of guard your options really. We say we don't want any, and then if we have to be forced into a compromise later down the road, then we say, well, you know.
If I want you to make a bid to me because I'm going to sell you something, right, I'm going to see how much you offer first before I end the negotiation.
Well, yes, we don't make any comment about
So we don't make a
size.
yeah, that's right, we don't make
And
a
then in the detail of the actual planning application, we got the size of the new village hall, parking at the village hall, the shop relative to Buxton Close, the medical services.
Well, you can leave the shop out because if we refused it, that won't exist, will it?
Well, we're
No, but we have to.
Yeah, I see what you mean as it stands.
There was something else we wanted to raise, and that was the width of the roads.
Yeah, we talked about, didn't we? We talked about it, didn't we, John? That when you've got a car parked on the side of the road, which lots of them are in College Heights, it's impossible to get anything. Now, if they're going to talk about buses and emergency vehicles, and so the roads have to be wide enough for people to get past each other, because everybody's not going to park up their drive.
Well, those...
Yeah, well, I measured two roads. The one there opposite me on the Dereham Road was 25 feet. I don't know what that is in metres, I have no idea. And the side road, Mallingford Road, was 18 foot 4 inches. So that's less than 6 metres, isn't it? Because that's 6 yards and 4 inches. 6 metres is about 9.5 feet.
A 24-foot carriageway will allow you to have 4 vehicles past each other.
4?
Yeah.
I would have said 3. 4? Because I've stood on that Dereham Road and I've never seen 4.
Anyway,
it's 4 6s are 24, 6 foot for each. No, I'm talking about nominal vehicles. An 18-foot carriageway technically will allow 3, right? But 18 foot is the minimum that you need, because if you've got a car, you've got 5 foot, and if you've got a fire engine, well, you've got 12 foot. So you really
got
do
to be a
need
minimum of 6 metres, hasn't it?
well, the other element we
Which I
considered as
think
well
that
was
was
that the houses, as they were built, have to be allocated parking, because if you've got a house, I mean, and they have to be enough parking spaces within the housing, the land of the house itself.
Details which we don't want to do. That's
well, these are things we don't like about the
existing
things. In addition to the big things, these are just...
Well, we can say road widths.
Yeah,
but we don't need to go in.
And parking. I'm sorry, but
we don't want
can't be doing this people parking on the side of the road because they've got nowhere else to park.
We don't want roads running into
No, obviously.
Sorry?
Can we speak? What are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. Well,
that isn't mine, I don't think.
Is that okay to speak?
In theory, not.
No, this is a parish council meeting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's off the record then, yeah?
Yeah.
It's about, I think, on that paper there, getting those just 5 or 6 key over the umbrella top issues. You mentioned there, Brendan, about we're on about like road widths and parking. It probably isn't the issue at the moment. It's about that initial stop here and now. With the key points.
Well, we're going to do that in the top part, but we
I won't be using this form. I mean, I just
John uses his usual 3.5 pages.
I will only do a page and a half. I'm not going to pages and pages.
So can I ask then something? If you've got land that's going to be developed as part of this consortium, are you legally allowed to speak on behalf of the parish? Are you as a parish council allowed to I'm just trying to... Yeah, if you have an interest, I'm not sure you can actually send in a view like that. A view, because you're already biased. So I think you ought to just... Yeah, I think you ought to just check where you stand. If you've got land that's part of that, and then you're commenting on it, I'm not quite sure where you stand legally.
Do you mean the parish owns land?
Yeah. Don't you?
No,
the only thing the parish...
No, sorry, I thought the village hall land was yours or something.
Yes, that's the only thing the parish owns.
If it's parish council land... I just think maybe you should just clarify that.
So every parish has got some land, and every parish is in the same same position.
I think you should just check your legal side before you send it in, because I'm not sure about that. That's all.
Yeah, we own land on College Heights.
We own this land.
Yeah.
So a definite or potential conflict of interest.
Well, they could. Well, it just gives them weapons to use in order to nullify any objections you might have.
So we shouldn't make a comment, just vote on it.
I just think you need to check your position before you... I'm just trying to be helpful, that's all.
But then there is a space for reasons why, look.
Yeah.
But by declaring an interest, you may then still
Oh
be able
yes,
to.
of course. If you declare an interest, surely you can then take
That's
it.
what we do.
Then you can
That's
take
what
it
we
to
do
stand,
every
surely.
That's what we're probably
Well,
going to do
I'm
then.
just saying you should check it out.
Yeah.
You need to check it out.
Don't say after all this time.
Just as well we've got John's.
Okay, right. So we are. We're saying
Well, is it
don't-
all right if I write something
Yes,
round?
definitely.
Because you've got all the notes from what's been
Well,
said
well
here
I've
tonight.
already seen all this.
And
so
we've got that as well.
Yeah.
So what we do is we pick out the 4 or 5 really the points that have been repeated over and over that people have been talking about tonight. And John's got his notes.
I mean, what's going to happen next?
Well, I will just have to wait and see.
Would it be of any help to you if we provide you with the printouts of what we said today? Or not?
No. I don't think so.
In a nutshell, I think that was.
No, well, John's got his own news.
John's got his own.
What am I going to make of that?
I don't want to be disrespectful, but there's a hell of a lot to take in 2 hours.
Yeah, no.
And I think to have some notes would actually be a help rather than hindrance, John.
Well, John has got all this page is what you gave.
We've got some extended,
Got them,
we spoke much more than what was actually on the...
Yes, I did notice
As
that.
you, sorry,
That was
I
very
do speak a
misleading.
lot.
She did whisper to me
But
that.
I do thank you for letting us actually have those range of questions. I think from most people's point of view did cover many topics, but thank you for letting us have those says and referring to us.
Well, I started to see where it was going.
John will take it right.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you.
what I will make of it all.
It can't hurt if they email to you.
Yeah.
It can't hurt if you email.
Do you prefer it on hard copy or email? I've got a hard copy with me to give to you now.
Yeah.
Let's get all the halves together. Yeah, we'll get them together and we'll bring them
Okay.
round. So
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
And then you want
John
words
was
to
annoyed.
spread out.
Yeah.
Could I ask a question, please?
Well, I don't know yet. Then I've got to get them to
I've
you.
kept very quiet all evening.
We'll get them together and then we'll take them.
Be careful.
Peter wants to say
I've been very quiet all evening. I just have one question really for you. As you're taking a stance of refusing this development, will you stop your negotiations on the sale of acquisition, the part of the playing field and the other piece of the land? Stop any negotiations with regard to that at this stage?
I wondered whether the consortium might already have stopped it from
We
their
haven't
side.
got anything there going through.
But
so-
you did say in the parish magazine that's just come out that you actually your solicitors are in negotiation. So I think that needs to just stop at this stage, because the reality is we are going to get some development, but let's try and get what's going to be best and have a stronger negotiating point.
What do you think, John?
I shall have to, you're fine, but I mean, I shall have to tell David Harvey what's going on.
Yeah, of course you will.
Yeah.
We would have done that anyway.
Yeah, but he doesn't know it.
Oh, no, of course he doesn't.
I had an email from him today.
Yeah, I saw that. One thing.
But, yeah, I mean, I have to tell David Harvey where we are.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it hasn't got very far.
But I think it should stop at this stage.
Because they haven't progressed the documents that we, in respect
Are you getting to sensitive material at the moment? Then I'll turn this off.
Well, it's only because they're still sorting out the arrangements within the consortium.
Can I ask you, David Harvey?
He's our land agent.
Is our land agent.
Right, okay.
In order to deal with the consortium,
We had to employ a land agent because we were dealing with people who've got no land agents.
So simply, sorry David, we'll have to put a hold on this. We'll have to review it.
Yeah, but I know I need to tell
But let's just we want to
about,
get this
about,
finished.
about 10 years ago I put £5,000 aside because I could see that at some stage we were going to need to use a land agent.
Right.
It's cost us a lot more than that. But I mean it's got to be paid.
And I hope somebody doesn't turn around and say we're wasting parish council money.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Not at this one, I won't, Brenda.
Because I've had it all before. And I don't want to go
Now
there.
listen, we've done really well tonight. We haven't had anything like that
Yeah.
before.
Just
And you've
see it
done
coming.
really well. So let's just, because I would like
You
to
won't
go
get
home
that
at
from me.
11. Okay, are we finished?
Not on that issue. Not on that issue. You would not get that from me. If you stop, and there are fees, you're not going to get from me that you've wasted public money.
Well, anyway, we will put a hold on that, or a stop on that. And now we must get on with this, otherwise we'll be... Is
that agreed by all the parish councillors to put a stop?
Okay, we'll arrange to drop in John or to Brendan or to both. All of the all together, and we'll drop them in. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay, but you want me to do this within the next couple of days?
So yes, yeah. Don't you? Or do you want them? I mean, you've got your own notes, haven't you? And I saw you scribble page after page after page.
Well, you can just have them.
You've only got to condense it, haven't you? Well, we have them for our records. Yeah.
Sorry, can I just ask, when do you need this information by?
Well.
When do you think it's been done tomorrow?
Within the next couple of days.
So if I got it to you tomorrow evening, would that be?
Scan it.
I don't know things. I mean, you can email this to me, can't you?
Well, I've done those for John, so why don't you just give
it
it
to
John?
Start, we'll get some more.
And then if everybody emails me what you...
Well, we're done, because we've given
it
John.
Just something else. Jim on the end.
What we'll do is by tomorrow night we'll have John with every single key question that was raised. Okay,
What's the key question?
Yeah.
Dereham Road will be swept tomorrow morning.
Dereham Road.
This is all the loose gravel.
Yeah.
So that the road and the footways will be swept on Tuesday morning, 17th of February. So we'll see what happens after that.
Are they doing pathways as well?
Yeah, it says road and footways. Yeah.
Because last time they swept the road and put it on the path.
Yeah.
They swept the path and put the path.
Where's it all going to go then if they do the path and the road?
Take it away, don't they?
Is that
Do they actually
district councillor?
suck it up?
Can we at Ringland Gang get the road markings for the giveaway reinstated?
Ringland Council.
Ringland
I know where you are.
No,
the other side. When you
District
on the other side of the bypass.
No, this side of the bypass. That's the catch. Beside the Dereham
we've done
Easton Guest House.
I've talked to the highways man once about that, haven't I?
Yeah, we talked about
it came through
access
John at the
only,
parish council. Access, yeah.
but we haven't talked about the lack of road markings. There are no giveaway lines.
Okay.
You say to people, you can't park here, you're on a junction. Oh, no markings here, mate. I'll park where I like.
I'll talk to Paul Selleck, the highways engineer. Yeah, if you do it, but you email it, so it's come from the parish council, but I will follow it up.
Right,
yeah.
Okay,
road markings at the Ringland Lane junction.
Then it's on your agenda. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Ringland Lane, Marlingford Road junction.
Anything else?
Because otherwise they go down the hill and think that, you know.
Right.
You'd be surprised how many phone calls we get. Where are you? We're lost.
Is that it?
All done?
Is that it? John, have you?
Yeah.
That's it. Brenda, we're finished.
Close the meeting.
We don't have any other business tonight.
No, definitely not. I'm not even asking. We've done all that.
Did you parish councillors find it useful from your side tonight?
Yeah.
Or did you...
Well, no, we already knew the feeling because of what happened last Monday.
But was there any information that you didn't have?
Well, it was
Lots of
information, otherwise I would not have come to the meeting.
That's why we wanted to
Well, yeah,
I mean, yours, that was discussing what you told us about. That was, and that I think is at the heart of it. That is really at the heart of it. And it's no matter who's standing here saying, well, you see, we have to have a 5 year and so many, and it has to go for another 5 years. It was all just money. It's all about money. At the end of the day.
One thing I do
No, I will check that out because I'm not sure it is. I think it's
saying
infrastructure.
things about the parish council, they don't do anything, or they do trivial, they only mess about with trivial things. We've tried our utmost to work for the village, for the good of the village. There are several letters that say that.
Okay, we as a group, we have not said anything at all about council.
Well, some of them have.
Not our letters, but
No.
people who are responding.
Core people.
People who are responding might have made a comment.
I think in many ways we are our worst enemy really, because we don't
we
tell
work
people
hard
what to
and
do.
we all get paid.
We are not
we do our
transparent
best.
enough. We don't tell you what
And
we
we
do.
always have done, or at least I've always done my best. I'm sure everybody else has.
And so the general feeling
But I
from
did
people
not
here is
like
that
that.
you know, you
That's
do a
what we're
fantastic
saying.
job. Don't certainly
Well, thank you. Now you're lecturing me up, aren't you?
No. But it works. If anyone wants to take their place, they can volunteer, can't they?
Well, there's the next election's coming up in May.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
you do a sterling job and you're in a different position. No agree about that.
We appreciate your time for tonight. Thank you.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
thank you for all coming.
You can see my point, can't you?
Yeah.